The new normality imposed by the COVID-19 had generated that several religious temples reinvented themselves, showed the use of technology to continue with the communion between their people and God. Despite the difficulties of connectivity, the religious centers celebrate a possible reopening.
We have already requested the opening of the religious centers under the protocols of biosecurity, in which the pastors have been insisting that the governor request such opening. We have done so. We are waiting for the administrative act of the Ministry of the Interior to make it known.
With the biosafety protocols already issued by the national government for religious centers, they have begun to adapt their infrastructure to receive their parishioners, so we have not visited the temples for 3 months due to the health emergency.
Social distance is established, already measured by the Secretariat of Health. The prudential distance, 2 meters they have said, so that there is no agglomeration. 2. In the temples with a capacity like ours of 500 people will be reduced according to the protocol to 50 people in which celebration. Currently we have in the parish 3 celebrations. These will be 50 people. 3. The pews of the temple have the demarcation of social distance so that the 50 people in the temple have that prudential separation 2 meters from each other. We started to demand the use of face masks, not only in the church but also in the daily living. Here in the church, we established the distance between each chair. We are encouraging all members of the church.
The changes in the worship centers will not only be physical, certain practices will have to be modified, such as the fraternal greetings and the collection of offering, as well as the distance between the choir and musical groups.
No more hugs, and the church have to understand that we are not going to give them hugs, not because we don't love them, but simply because we love them. We are not going to give them a hug because we have to take care of them. The recommendation that the ministry has given us is that there should be a distance of 2 meters from one chair to another. You asked me a question if the church would continue with the singing. Of course, because it is part of our worship, and within the singing we will have the protocol.
From now on, the churches will decrease the number of people, these to avoid possible contagion. Esther Pusey, nurse of the Public Health Department, indicated that the protocol should be strict to avoid some time of propagation. COVID-19 is highly contagious in an enclosed area. If it does not comply with biosecurity measures such as social distances, use of masks or hand washing, then it is easier for the bearers to spread. Although the churches on the island are prepared for reopening and there is a biosecurity protocol for territory not covered by COVID-19 or with low affection, the truth is that the cases of COVID-19 have been increasing in the archipelago. The Ministry of the Interior will have the final decision on whenever or not the doors of the temple will be open on the islands.